Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, and I'm going to be your host for another episode of BCN Crypto Kickoff. I hope that everybody's had a wonderful weekend and that you all are welcoming into our show, and it's my pleasure to welcome you into our show. So with that started, let's go ahead and begin by going over our crypto shout outs. As always, big shout out to Bitcoin and Coffee. Great show today. Happy to see you in the morning. Got a chance to actually watch it this time. Thanks for that. Hope you guys have a wonderful day off. Come out and check out the show on the replay after you're out on the bike or doing whatever it is that you do. Another big crypto shout out to Mr. Nitin Patel, or Nitin Patel. Pardon me if I butcher the name, but thanks for sharing the video, liking it, and passing that around. So just to get everything started, we have a big announcement. We officially have corporate sponsorship. So you see in the background here, we have a sponsor called Crypto Kickoff. What Crypto Kickoff does, wow, that's my show. Crypto Quick. What they are is a directory of all the businesses, organizations, and ATMs in particular, and locations of them, so that way people can actually begin to access and utilize cryptocurrency. The biggest thing we look for is mass adoption. Crypto Quick really agrees with our view of the world of the crypto space, and we welcome them. And we welcome you to check out their site. If you have a business that's not listed there, by all means, go ahead and join them. Put your information out there. That way people know where to find you, and we can get more of that circulation, use, and utilization of cryptocurrency. They are small companies, or small websites, so not everybody is on it just yet, but they do have hundreds of sites that are already listed and uploaded. So by all means, be sure to check out those businesses, and that way we can go ahead and support the crypto space. So welcome them as a sponsor. If there are any other companies or organizations that are looking to sponsor the show, just reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on MeWe. You can find me on Minds. You can find me on Twitter. You can just email me at cliffordmitchum@bitcoincrypto.news, and we can get in contact. Please, no ICOs. We're looking for mass adoption. ICOs aren't really in the idea of mass adoption. And we're not here to really shill a coin. A project actually has a good product and some good infrastructure and things that can really be utilized by the crypto space. That's the type of business we're looking to work with. But by all means, if you're out there, we're not, poo-pooing on your idea of your ICO or whatnot. But, just for what we're looking to do is incorporate the mass adoption and promote the mass adoption so that way our views can line up. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. As we do with each show, we start off with our disclaimer. The information provided in this show is for educational purposes only and is not financial or investment advice. Please speak with a licensed professional for financial advice. So with that said, let's get into it. So looking at the previous week of November 11th through November 17th, 2018, Bitcoin started off the week at $6,420.28, finishing out the week at $5,554.23. That is an $886.05 drop, or 13.5% decrease. Well, what to say about that? I did say last week I'd like to see some activity, some movement, some things going on in the crypto space. I welcome any activity. This isn't quite what I had in mind. All right, so the main thing you can see about what's going on in the crypto space here is that this was a straight drop. This wasn't a gradual decline. This was just everybody get pushed off the cliff and, basically kicked off Spartan style. So now what this says to me, it indicates is that this is a whale move. It's definitely it could potentially be connected to the legacy markets and their drop. We are seeing more correlation between the legacy markets and the crypto space. What that actually is saying is that more financial players are actually getting involved in the crypto space. And when their market's not doing well, they pull out of the crypto market as well. I see it closer to a manipulation aspect in the sense that this was one trade overall and billions of dollars. So it's more likely a group or an organization that's moving funds out and just causing that price to drop. Um, it is what it is. I wouldn't say it's overall particularly manipulation in the sense to do anything other than protect their funds. They're not trying to, uh, I don't know what they're trying to do, but I do know it is having an icing effect in the market. A lot of people have projections that Bitcoin could still reach its all-time high coming up in this quarter, but with this drop, it's less likely. I personally didn't really think that it was going to actually reach its all-time high again. I hoped it would, but I think it's become more and more difficult. But still seeing 10, 15,000 is still entirely possible. It's also entirely possible that there's another big sell-off. So there's talk of Bitcoin going down to 3,000. Even some people that say 1,500. I think that's a little extreme. Another drop maybe in the 5,000 range before a turnaround is close to what I would say. But again, I don't look at it that close. I'm not doing the big market analysis and charts and wedges and triangles and all that. I just try to keep it simple and as straightforward to make it easy for myself and for you and to present the information in this platform. So I would expect to see a bit more of a drop as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday, but nothing particularly major in my expectations. But then coming after that with Black Friday, I expect to see a jump with everything going on there. So looking back to what was going on in the crypto space November 11th through November 17th in 2017. Bitcoin started off the week at 6,900 and excuse me, $6,295.45, finishing out the week at $7,708.99. That is a $1,413.54 gain or 22.5% increase. So as you can see, in comparison to last year, they were still on a good ramp up. We still can get closer to that, but just what they had going on last year, this was that steady growth reaching the all-time high that's coming up in the middle of December as it was last year. That all-time high tends to float between the middle to the end of December. It has come as early as the beginning, but I would see it closer to the mid to late December and then begin to taper off and drop as people and companies take off their funds for the end of the year close of business. But just for going on for the next week, I would see another small drop in crypto space, but probably about the middle of next week, beginning to see it turn up. Now, how much is going to turn up? Hey, you, me, and a fly on the wall, nobody knows. But we can guess, we can put some expectations and what we'd like to see. But last year, it was just that tremendous growth. And the thing about this chart is you can see that it's a steady path that's taking. There aren't any big cliffs that they have going on. This is what really indicates that it's mass adoption. More people actually coming in and becoming investors in the crypto space and seeing its potential and utilization. As opposed to last week, or the last week just passed, where we see that just cliff where everything falls off. It did plateau, but that just shows that, talking about last week, that nobody else is getting shaken out. Everybody's just holding. Whoever's doing the big drops and gains, we expect them to come back in, so the price will rebound, but it's not scaring anybody else. All the weak hands are gone. We're only talking about the strong hands and the hodlers. They're looking to have more of the increase as we're seeing what happened with last year. I believe we're going to see more of that as people come home from the holidays, talk to their friends, family, and get them involved. Because I know for myself, with this drop, I would out and drop a couple hundred more in cryptocurrency between Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, and getting some more Bitcoin. It's just a matter of what somebody's comfortable with and what they see as investment. The biggest advantage to take is of dollar cost averaging. If someone is purchasing cryptocurrency, like for example, Ethereum Classic, I picked up a couple hundred at $14, bought again now and it's $7 and change. I've now dollar cost averaged the amount that I've spent. So it says if I take the 7 and change, we'll just round it to 7, and I take the 14, that means when I add them together, divide by 2, that makes 1050 is what I actually spent on that. So that way, once we get a rebound in that cryptocurrency, in that Ethereum Classic, it'll go from the 7 up to the 14. I've profited in that gap. And then wherever it goes beyond that, further profits. Keeping in mind, capital gains taxes, because you don't want the long arm of the law and the IRS on your back. So with that, let's look at what was going on in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency next week last year. So that is the week of November 18th through November 24th of 2017. Bitcoin started off the week at $7,766.03, finishing out at $8,253.69, a $487.66 gain, or 6.3%. That's close to what I would expect to see coming up with towards the middle of next week. Modest gain, 3 to 6%, somewhere in that range. But you also note with this chart how we have the rising and the falling, and we do have a steep sell-off and come back in, and that was a whale move. Can't remember. I think we had futures going on at this point, but you can see that there's still a steady increase as everybody else is coming back into the crypto space. You can see that straight drop off. You had that whale activity that just sent it down. But nonetheless, right after that, you have more introduction and more adoption of people with cryptocurrency. So you have some of those weak hands entering the market and some of the strong hands seeing a buying opportunity and purchasing more cryptocurrency. All this as this ramp up. There's a lot more fervor last year than it is this year. So I wouldn't quite expect to see as tremendous increase, but it's still something overall. I can see more people coming in and beginning to use. So with that, let's look at the quarterly activity. Last year, in the fourth quarter of 2017, which goes from October 1st through the end of December 31st, it started off the quarter at $4,395.81, finishing out at $14,156.40. That being a $9,760.59 gain, or 222% increase. That was the big run up. This is when it all happened. That was a whole shebang. Within that quarter, it did peak at 20,000, and 19,938 to use a precise number. And we just don't have that same fervor like we do last year. What we do see is a lot of big institutions coming into the space that's creating the stability that we have going on in the current quarter. But if we would have more people following suit with what the foundations being established by the legacy markets and the big institutions, we could see more of that fervor coming in, because this is a more solid reaction rather than a speculative reaction, which last year there was a lot of speculation. So we had a lot of people that are thinking that they're going to be able to mortgage their house and pay off their house in a week. You got to have more long-term vision than that. Bitcoin's about long-term vision. We look at it in quarterly snippets and weekly snippets, but you have to understand in the long run. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen tomorrow, but over time, this will be a tremendous growth industry, and this is just the beginning. So what do we have going on in the quarter to date? So coming from October 1st of 2018, Bitcoin started off the quarter at $6,593.24, coming up to the quarter to date at $5,566.34, a $222.49 drop, or 3.4% decrease. So we do have this drop that just happened this week. But as you can see in this chart, early in the quarter, we had a similar drop, plateau, reintroduction of the whale activity. Just a little while ago, we had another drop, plateau, and then whale increase. And then for this last week, we had that tremendous whale drop. So obviously somebody's doing something in the market, and I really think that they're trying to drive the price down so that way they can really incorporate to get a good foundation and a good purse full of crypto coins, so that way they can take advantage of the stability, the regulation, and the growth that we're going to be seeing coming through next year. Because we have a lot of introduction of institutions that are just, getting the groundwork set up. So as we come to the end of this quarter, I can still see a lot of activity. It's just a matter of people are placing their pieces so that way they can enter the particular crypto space and really springboard coming into the next year. But overall, it's flat. I mean, you can see much of this is just it's like the long plains of Kansas. You know, I mean, great farmland and all that, but we just got like nothing going on. So I was actually happy to see a little bit of activity, even though it was in the negative. But if you got your stripes since last year, the negative, the positive, you can take it either way. So with that, let's move on to our top stories for the week. So the first story we have is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission puts decentralized exchanges on notice. This is an article coming to us from Nimble. So crypto shout out to Nimble. Thanks for putting this across the Twitter feed. So now the SEC has created a cyber unit, and it's looking into the crypto space and holding DEXs, decentralized exchanges, responsible for the activities of the code that runs the exchange. Specifically, this is in regards to the case of Ether Delta, who had malicious code introduced into their code and managed to siphon off $60 million worth of coins that took from the exchange users there. I'm not the big technical guy to say exactly how that happened, but what this what this activity by the SEC is doing is saying, even if you write the code and your code messes up, you're going to be on the hook for the damages of that code. Kind of makes sense. If you let an animal loose and it was your animal, you're kind of responsible for whatever havoc it creates. Until the code itself is fully bulletproof, we can expect more of this, but it's just a matter of, the black hats. Why? Come on. You can make money. You can make a tremendous amount of money just by being a white hat and, getting it on the legit side. I understand the need for the shortcuts. But hey, that's you. I'm me. You do your thing. Key about it is I do my best to protect myself from people like you. So I keep my funds only as much as I'm playing with in the wallets that I'm doing any exchange activity with. So that way I'm not losing my nest egg, or I'm not losing my big basket whenever I'm doing any sort of trading. So I recommend people doing that same thing. Got to protect your neck. So that's that. But just keep an eye out for that. If you are running a DEX, just know that they're going to hold you responsible for the code. So do what you can to bulletproof it, and have a strong code and organization behind it. Our next article comes to us. It's headline: Rogue crypto trader Joseph Kim gets 15 months in prison, $1.146 million in restitution order. This is an article coming from BitcoinNews.com. Crypto shout out to BitcoinNews.com. All right, now this guy is what you call a high-level scammer. This is just a rip-off artist. All right, he's not the type that we regularly see in the crypto space, promising great returns. Just give us 0.1 BTC, we'll double it in 26 hours, or anything ridiculous like that, or a hype site, high-yield investment portfolio site. All right, so this guy, licensed trader, he was actually dealing with the futures markets and just straight up lied, cheated, and stole funds from his firm and from his clients. It's great to see that somebody's being held accountable, but I mean, this isn't the people that we generally run into. This is people coming in from the legacy markets that are doing their best to manipulate, or doing their best to use speculation to profit and make tremendous gains, but in the process don't understand the crypto space, don't understand the crypto market, end up losing their shirt, losing their clients' shirts, and deservedly, this POS got what he had coming. Don't steal. Be legit. It's the easiest way to go. You'll make more money in the long run. But this guy took hundreds of thousands of dollars from people and just misused them, tried to chase his losses and win big, and end up losing all of that. So, it's one of the classic stories of a hustler, in a bad way. I'm all about the hustle. But, don't lie, cheat, and steal. Just keep it above board. So he's going to jail for a little time, and he's actually also barred from any cryptocurrency exchanges or anything dealing with the crypto space for life. For life! So not only is he going to lose 15 months, he can't trade. Man, I mean, that's an itch that's got to be scratched. Sounds like this guy's probably going to end up getting busted on parole later. Just saying. All right, so our next article. The Swiss State Secretary. Standards, not regulation, will boost crypto market. This is another article coming out from BitcoinNews.com, so a good crypto shout out to you. And this approach is more fluid. It determines basic standard operating procedures, whereas regulations are pretty rigid. Standards actually easily adapt to what's going on in the market, and the Swiss plan on doing this is through the country's exchange 6. So they're instituting standard operating procedures within the crypto space and within the exchange space. It's, good on them. It's nice to have, rules of the game that are enumerated and pointed out without having, that strict regulation aspect where even if it's a bad regulation, not well thought out and needs to adapt to the fluidity of the crypto market, a standard does that. Regulations do not. The Swiss have always in the past done their best to make sure the regulations complement and cooperate with with whatever market space they're dealing with, rather than being punitive and restrictive. So these standards really foster greater innovation. So good on the Swiss for doing that. Our next article comes to us. It's headline: Brazil gets first crypto investment fund following Securities Commission ruling. This article came to us from Crypto Rand. Actually, I messed up my notes here. I'm not sure if it's BitcoinNews.com again or Crypto Rand. Just do a crypto shout out to both of you. Good job on BitcoinNews.com and Crypto Rand. It's either a shout out from last week or a new shout out for this week. My apologies for not overlooking that. My mistake. But either way, the article is a great lead-in for the eventual adoption of legacy markets in the crypto space. What they've done here is they've made a basket of treasuries and crypto coins that they're offering up to their clients and customers in Brazil. Not exactly what we had in mind, but it's a start. They're not actually trading coins. They're basically staking. So they've staked a couple coins through this hedge fund or through this ETF, and they're going to be supporting a bag or a mix of different cryptocurrencies. I believe they're sticking with the top 20. I didn't make a note here. But their cryptocurrencies make up 20% of the mix that they have put together. So it's great to see greater adoption going on there. And, good on them for that. And look to see having more coming in. But people that really want to get in and actually take responsibility and become their own investor, really need to look into getting on exchanges, investor funds that way. That way you're not losing as much in fees and whatever other things they charge when you're doing a hedge fund. I don't mess with that. I just got in, learned, took information from people that I already knew, and made my own tiny profit. But it's going to be a big fortune. Promise that. So, all right. What then you actually see with the overall flow with all these articles is government and institutional adoption of cryptocurrency. They're getting in the game. They are going to be doing this big in the coming years. We can easily see a Bitcoin valued in the hundreds of thousands of dollars around 2020, but we'll see the ramp up going on throughout 2019. So it's still a great opportunity, in my opinion, and again, not investment advice, but it's still a great opportunity and still the ground level to get into any crypto coin, or not any crypto coin, Bitcoin specifically. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, but it is the majority. All right, so I truly believe that the majority of somebody's crypto portfolio should be made up of Bitcoin and with a mix of the other cryptocurrencies, because there are valuable projects mixed in with that. But As we have more institutions coming in, and as we get that growth going into hundreds of thousands, what the value of cryptocurrency is at right now, 5,500, still a great idea to look at. But do your own research. You got to be responsible. Be sure to find out from people that know, rather than just going on all willy nilly. All right, and I do need to mention Bitcoin Cash fork. That's still going on. I'm not a follower of that. If you like watching soap operas, by all means, track that. It is still a good investment opportunity because of the volatility that they have going on in that fork. So, we'll see what actually happens between which line of their code actually stands up and beats out the other. But I do have to mention that I didn't post any articles or share any articles because I don't do drama. It's just me. So with that, we also have our BCN 1 Minute With series, where we take a look at 1 minute at each of the crypto, or some of the crypto coins that you have available. It's a good idea to look into the other projects that are out there. Bitcoin is the Mac Daddy and grandfather of it all, but there are some valuable projects that it's worth the time to look into as a potential investment. I highly recommend looking at a project that's actually doing something tangible, something that people can use and utilize. So go through our archive. You can check out the ones we've already done. We've done over 100 videos for the top 100 coins. So by all means, go ahead, check that out and look into it. So now we do have the Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida meeting on Thursday, December 6th, here at the lovely Butterfly Estates. So by all means, come out for that. If you're a crypto enthusiast in Southwest Florida, come by, talk with other cryptocurrency enthusiasts, rather than just everybody else around you that just kind of rolls their eyes and has no idea what you're actually talking about. So we'll see you all then. The biggest resource that we provide is actually our educational series, our Bitcoin 101, where we take people that are brand new to crypto space, show them how to navigate it and how to open their first accounts. Our Bitcoin 201, where we show people how to build a portfolio once they've actually established themselves in the crypto space and how to expand into other crypto coins. Then moving into our Bitcoin 301 and 302 courses, where somebody can actually take advantage of learning trading strategies to get in and out of different coins and currencies. So by all means, let us know. Those trainings are by appointment only. So if you'd like to learn about that, reach out and touch someone. I mean, you know what I mean. Get in contact with us. And now you can always find us on our social media sites: MeWe, Minds, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know anything you'd like to see. Be sure to check out, Crypto Quick. If you have a crypto business, load it up there. Get in touch with them as well. Let them know that you found this information from BCN Crypto Kickoff. And everybody else, be sure to check out that site. Go to and support a crypto business. If you're going to be spending money, spend it in crypto. Don't touch your nest egg, but get into that. So that way we get more of that mass adoption. Anybody that's looking to provide links for getting into the crypto space, you can find those referral links in the description below. And if anyone looking to donate to keep this show going and to expand it, by all means, we have some crypto donation links at the bottom. So with that all said, I want everybody to keep in mind, you got to put something on the line to make sure you can actually get ahead in the game. So you got to risk it for the biscuit. You all have a wonderful week. Hope you have a happy holiday. Enjoy your time off with friends and family. Get some good eats. So I will see you all next Monday. You have a great week. And I don't know what your feelings are on Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving. Or, oh no, Thanksgiving is horrible. It's a good time. Get some food. You go with friends and family. Tell them about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Make sure they'll join you at the top and we're reaching the moon. And we're driving around.